Start.
Very warm welcome to our 727th meeting at Speech Weavers Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive, positive learning experience for people to empower and develop themselves in leadership and communication skills so that they develop greater self-confidence and personal growth. Speech Weavers is a 13-year-old and still growing strong iconic club in Bangalore. Here are the ground rules for our meeting. First one is, of course, for all of you to turn on your videos so that we have a much more interactive session. And the second one is for the role takers to be renamed according to your roles. For example, I'm renamed SAA, which is Sergeant at Arms, _ Deepa. Turn off your audio unless it is your turn to speak. And avoid speaking on controversial subjects like sex, politics, and religion. Please be generous with your applause and appreciation for our speakers today. Today is a special day because this is the first day of the Toastmasters New Year. Toastmasters New Year, as it is called, starts every year in the month of July. And this is our first meeting, which means we've had a new leadership committee which has been placed into place. And therefore, we have a new president as well. Mirroring strength of our president today, we have mostly all women role takers meeting prepared by our VP Education, Joseph Sau. Let me introduce to you all our president, Toastmaster Nazneen. Toastmaster Nazneen is a very strong president with a vision. And that is the first thing you'll notice. She is being a pillar of strength at Speech Weavers and is someone who's going to take the club to higher heights as well. She's an entrepreneur and she's been she's also a mother of two, and ever since she joined our club, she's been a BPPR as well and has taken the club strength to strength and has empowered the people and been extremely supportive. As we call her, she's a Bangalosian, always is a very strong at heart, never gives up during any situation. Please welcome with a big round of applause for the first presiding address by our celebrated president, Toastmaster Nazneen.
Good evening, Deepa. Thank you for your benevolent, kind words. As the 45th president of this elite and iconic club, Speech Weavers Toastmasters Club, I'm humbled and privileged to take over the leadership to serve as the Toastmasters' core values are I for integrity, rise, definitely service and experience. I would like to relate. I was just going through the story one today, and I read about a story. Near Trivandrum, there was, near the seashore, an elderly person was sitting and reading a book, that is the Bhagavad Gita. All of a sudden, a young man just propped up and sat beside him and laughed, mocked at him. Why? He said, "See, what are you doing? You are wasting just time." What? Because these religious books of yours, you could have spent by actually going through science or experiment on science. The man just kept quiet. And the young lad wouldn't listen at all. He went on and on. Devote yourself and help our country to grow. It would have helped our country to reach even more higher place. Then suddenly, the elderly gentleman asked him, "Who are you? And what do you do?" He said, "I am an engineer from Calcutta. It is a real story. I am a gentleman from Calcutta, and I've come here to graduate in from the Bhabha Atomic Research Center." Young man further said to the elderly man, "Please devote his attention to scientific research and not to reading Bhagavad Gita. He wouldn't be able to achieve anything." The elderly gentleman just smiled and got up. The moment he got up and was about to leave, 4 security guards surrounded him. And then came his driver brought about a red beacon fitted official car. Seeing this, the young lad was actually amazed and dazzled. He said, "Who are you? Who are you?" He said, "Sarabhai," he said, "I am Sarabhai, chairman of Bhabha Atomic Research Center." So this is what we say. Sarabhai's exuberant personality has taken us. It's never too late to achieve the goal. Being simple. And this lad, Sarabhai Sarabhai has achieved many things. He's an Indian scientist and an astronomer, widely recognized as the father of atomic India's space program. And he has done many hats all his way. So the message is for all the Toastmasters fraternity, not only at Speech Weavers. It's never too old to have a goal. Yes. Is this going to be day 1 or just one day? The choice is yours. You have to make the choice. So I leave it to you. Don't make it just as day 1. Not make it as just one day. Make it as day 1 and continue till we are there on planet Earth. Thank you. I would like to thank each one of you who has been there in the club. I would now like to invite all the guests who have come for the first time to unmute yourself. Guest Tim Lee, I can see you. Can you just unmute and tell us more about yourself? Let's have the icebreaker session.
Hi, can you hear me? All right,
yes.
The yellow box is on. Okay, well, greetings from Kuala Lumpur, the city of the second world tallest building, soon. It's going to be completed by middle of this year. Well, it's middle of this year, really. Well, the thing that interested me to join this club was of course, the program. I'd like to know a little bit more about the table topics from another person's perspective. So that's why I'm here. Glad to be invited for this event. Back to you.
Thank you so much. That was really great. Alicia Curtis, can you unmute yourself and tell us something about yourself?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nazneen. Hi, everyone. I'm Alicia Curtis, and I'm calling in from Sydney, Australia. I've been all around the world in Toastmasters, 1,500 meetings, 75 plus countries, and yet again, I land back in my favorite country of India. So namaskar, hegadira dhanyavada, nana hasalu alika. Thank you very much for having me. So dhanyavada.
That was really awesome. You've picked up our language. That's really great. Yeah. Guest Toastmaster Joseph Tan. Yes.
Hi
Can I-
everyone, I'm from Singapore, District 80. This is my 8th month in Toastmasters. So I always love hopping around to learn from everyone, and I think I visited this club before once. So glad to be back again and hearing what table topic is about. I always love to learn, so hopefully I can learn again. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for that. And can we have any newcomers that who have joined our club to unmute and speak about themselves? I can see Toastmasters DTM Umar Farooq. Can you come on the camera and speak about yourself? DTM Farooq, are you there?
If by DTM you mean if by DTM you mean dinosaur Toastmaster, then it's okay.
That's a good
just kidding. I'm just this is Toastmaster Umar Farooq from Saudi Arabia, basically from Punjab, Pakistan. I have been a Toastmaster for 4 years. Past area director, past president of Horizon Toastmasters Club, and it has been quite a journey for me in the last 4 years. Good to be here. Thank you for
Thank you
having me.
so much. What about Gaurav Swami, Toastmaster Gaurav Swami? Yes? Okay. Gaurav Swami. Okay. We've got good, guest Suresh Babu.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, fellow Toastmasters and guest, I'm Suresh Balu, joined from Bangalore, India. I work for a MNC company in Bangalore, and I was part of the Toastmaster journey long before, maybe 7-8 years before. I really feel there is a lot of scope for improvement from a communication and presentation skills point of view. That's where I wanted to rejoin and enhance my skills on this. So looking forward to be part of these meetings. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Can we have Dr. Indu?
Yeah, hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
So very
If
good
you could be
evening.
visible, it would
And
be even more better.
yeah, so very good evening and good morning to all of you. I'm Toastmaster Indu. I received this link from Toastmaster Umar Farooq. So nice to see all of you. I'm basically a researcher and teacher by profession. Now I've turned into a women entrepreneur. So there's a long journey, and I always glad to join all the Toastmasters meeting because Toastmasters has actually changed their life. So thanks to Toastmaster Umar Farooq for sharing this meeting to all of us. And it's great to see this big crowd and good to see Pragya as well. So all the very best. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Nazni.
Thank you so much
with
for that. And can we have Linda New? You can speak. This is the first meeting.
Yeah, I just unmute myself. Okay, fellow Toastmasters and friends, good evening. Linda New is the name from District 80, Singapore.
That's great.
Not been a member in the English club, but more to the Chinese club in the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah. So I may have come onto this club online before because I've been on the Toastmasters Connected chat group for a long time. So hoping to get a grip of what maybe I missed on and off from the English clubs. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Any of the guests would like to speak? Yes. I can see Rohini. I can see Shashidhar.
Hello, Rohini here.
Yes. Yes, Rohini.
I'm from India, District 92. Belgavi is my city. I have joined Toastmasters recently. Currently, I'm serving as a president of our club.
Wow.
By profession, I'm a voice artist and a corporate anchor.
Thank you so much, President, to be and grace our club with your presence. Thank you so much. And I can see Shashidhar ready, raising his hand. Can you unmute and speak?
Good evening, Toastmasters. I'm Shashidhar. I'm presently at Hyderabad. I'm a member of Vision Toastmasters Club in Hyderabad. And yeah, I've recently rejoined Toastmasters Club almost 5 years after I've been a member of Mumbai Toastmasters Club. So here, after 1 month, I'm finding great improvement in my speaking ability. And I look forward to attend more meetings to learn a lot from you people. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Gaurav Swami, you can unmute and you can speak. I can see the raise of hand.
Hello, this is Gaurav Swami, and I'm from Mumbai. And this is my first interaction in Toastmaster. I've joined recently. I've been a person who fears public speaking, so I'm here to learn and come out of my fear of public speaking.
Thank you so much. It doesn't look like as if you fear public speaking because you've already spoken. What about Toastmaster Uday? I can see him. Yeah.
Hi, Nazneen. Hi.
Yes.
For you, all the best for your new role. I'm Uday from Electronic City Toastmasters Club, Bangalore.
Yes.
I'm really excited for this meeting and wonderful topic, table topics.
Yes. If all of you all can just open your cameras and we can have a real great picture because it is literally 50, 30, I mean, so many participants, 40 participants. We'll have others, you can go ahead. Yes. Smile, everyone.
I request all of you to turn on your videos. I'll give you a quick couple of seconds. All of you can turn it on. I see a bunch of them, their videos off. You still have a bit of time to get recognized.
Yes.
Give me 1 minute.
Time for a selfie, yeah?
Sure, Umar. I think there's so much that we can do. Sure, in 3.
Yeah, I'm holding my breath, huh?
Sure, Umar. Yes, I'll keep this very, very fast. In 3, 2, 1.
One for good luck, Adarsh.
I'm just saving the picture. I think we're done.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you all. I now call to order meeting number 727 open. And the minutes of the meeting were shared on the WhatsApp group. Are there any changes? Good to go? I pass the minutes of the meeting of 7 to 6 past. Now, I would like, let me see. I was amazed today. We have amongst ourselves a person who is not only charming, charismatic, and lovely, with confidence and, what do you say, conviction. Who can it be? All the way from Malaysia, from One World Toastmasters Club, GTM Harpreet Kaur, who will weave the meeting in an energetic way, an enchanting way. Can we have a round of applause for the dynamic lady who aspires to inspire, and to all the guests and people, audience present here. You can unmute and you can applaud.
Thank you. Thank you so much, President Nazneen. I'm glad to be here as always. Yes, I'm all the way from Malaysia. Speech Weavers Club is a club that invites and welcomes people from all around the world because they know how to take advantage of virtual meetings. So it was a blessing. Every time we come across certain situation, we learn, we grow, we set new rules. And every year, we are 1 year older than we were last year. And we continue to set new goals, and that's how we grow. So that's why our theme today is, what's our theme? Tell me. Can someone tell me what's the theme?
You are never too old to set another goal or dream new.
Precisely.
Exactly the right
Precisely,
person.
and never too old to set another goal. Do you all agree with me on this?
Yes.
Yes. So as your TME today, let me take you through some slides which I just prepared less than 10 minutes ago. All right. So welcome all the DTMs, all the area directors, and all the honored guests into this meeting of 727 of Speech Weavers Club. Today, our theme is never too old to set another goal, because I believe that anyone from any age can turn their dream into a reality. I would like to hear from you. What is your dream and what is your goal for this term? Can someone share with me? Let's start with Joseph. Joseph, tell us what is your dream and your goal for this year?
Well, I just recently started a new business with two friends of mine. So we are doing some public speaking workshop and also to speak with confidence for children in speech on drama. The company is only a 2-month-old, so hopefully by end of this year, we can start to see some fruits, little fruits coming through, and then hope that it will continue to grow well. And lastly, for my Toastmaster journey, I hope to learn more from everyone and I can improve in my public speaking and presentation skills. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Would you also like to share your name?
Yeah, I'm Joseph. So I'm from District 80, Singapore. Thank you.
All right. So Joseph, I see that you are very strong with your dream, and I'm sure your dream will come true. Anyone else who would like to share what is your dream or your goal for this term? Toastmaster Adarsh, tell us, what is your goal?
My goal for this year, I generally have one too many goals, but one of the many goals I would like to have is for me to be able to establish myself in my business a little bit more. That's one goal I have in mind. And the other goal is to see to it that the club, Speech Weavers, does extremely well, because I just completed my term as the VP Education. And I can already see that the club is in safe hands, but of course I have to try my best to do whatever I can. And that is my goal for the upcoming.
Awesome, awesome. I see that y'all are so passionate to make this club grow. And I'm so happy to hear that. And why are we here? Why are all of us here? It's because of this handsome gentleman here, Rafsi Smedley. And why is he forming this Toastmasters Club in the first place? Well, because he had this goal. He had this ambition to help people learn the art of speaking, the art of listening, the art of thinking, and gaining the personal growth through communication and leadership training. And what he did was he set his first Toastmasters meeting on the 22nd of October 1924 in the basement of Santa Ana, California. And today, I don't think he would even dream that we have Zoom meetings instantly in one meeting, having people from different countries, various backgrounds, being together in a Toastmasters meeting. So I would like all of you here to give yourselves a big round of applause. And because of the Toastmasters, all the passionate members of Toastmasters, today we have 280,000 members all over the world, over 144 countries, and over 14,700 clubs. Toastmasters is an awesome platform with 11 parts teaching us and guiding us not only on public speaking, but also on interpersonal communications, strategic leadership, management, and confidence. And you will see that once you join Toastmasters, sooner or later, you will acquire all these 5 skills. Not only that, you will also develop critical thinking skills, build communication and listening skills, give and receive constructive feedback, become more confident, learn time management, and benefit from the supportive environment, developing and having lots and lots of opportunities to brush up our leadership skills. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Speech Weavers Club. This club is in District 92, Area B01. The club is 15 years old now, and it's been a President Distinguished Club for the last term, 2022, 2023. And this is one of the oldest and most vibrant club that I've seen. And I always happy to be here in Speech Weavers Toastmasters Club. So in our meeting today, we have got 3 sections. First is the prepared speech section. Then we have the table topics and followed by the evaluation section. Let me stop share. Okay. So today we have with us here the general evaluator, Pragya, who is the area director of Area G1, Division G in District 126. Together with Pragya, we also have the tag team players. So I would like Pragya to introduce herself as well as her tag team. Over to you, Pragya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harpreet. Greetings of the day, everyone. As Harpreet has already told you that currently I'm serving as the area director, and I am also serving as the VP education for my club. I have been participating into contest enormously, and I have loved that experience, the multifold growth it gives. So I would say this is one platform which can make you grow that way. It has for sure made me grow from where I started. Now, let me tell you that whenever you have to bring a strong base, because if you want to grow, you need a strong base. And similarly, for that base, you need 4 pillars. In this particular meeting, these 4 pillars will be 3 members of my tag team and me who will help this club make them grow their meetings. Let me call upon the first role player of this tag team. The T stands for the timer. Our timer for today is an alumni of IIT Bombay with a specialization in chemical engineering. She is an analyst in IRB modeling at Standard Chartered Bank and loves public speaking. May I please call upon the timer for today, Toastmaster Shubhi, to introduce her role to the club.
Thank you, General Evaluator Ms. Pragya. So today I'm playing the role of timer, where I will be noting the time and noting if you are not going beyond your time limits. So for prepared speech session, I have time limits of 5, 6, and 7 minutes. On 5 minutes, I'll be showing green card like this. On 6 minutes, I'll be showing yellow card, and on 7 minutes, I'll be showing red card. Red card means you have to stop and you're going beyond your time limits. Then for table topic session, I'll be timing you on 1 minute, 1.5 minute, and 2 minutes. So on 1 minute, I'll be showing again green card. Then 1.5 minute, I'll be showing yellow card. And on 2 minutes, I'll be showing red cards. So on red card, please assume that your time is up and you have to stop as early as possible before, right? That's my task. So over to you, General Evaluator, Ms. Prem.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shubhi. The second pillar in the team, which will make this team stronger, is the person who is an English teacher for me. Because I am always scared of this role player, the grammarian for the day. A grammarian for the day loves art, literature, and music, and all she needs is a coffee and a book in her hand to set everything right. May I please call upon a grammarian for today, Toastmaster Vishnu Priya, to explain her role.
Thank you so much for the introduction. Hopefully I'm audible. I'm grammarian for this role and I come from Christ University, which is in Bangalore. And I must thank my president, Shabdita, for allowing me this opportunity to be in this meeting. So I'm very exuberant to be here because I believe that the meeting will be very fun. Now, there's one little quiz I have to ask all of the Toastmasters. Have you observed something about my speech? Any word I particularly used?
Exuberant.
Exactly. And that will be your word of the day. And I expect the speakers, the prepared speeches that the speakers have prepared, and the table topic participants to use this word. And as we can see in the example that I said, I'm exuberant to be part of this meeting because I believe it will be fun, is a proper usage of the same word. And I hope to see if everyone uses that word. And apart from the word of the day, I will also be looking at the sentence structure, if there's any grammatical errors, creative phrases that the participants use, and certain interesting points that the participants bring up. So as a grammarian, I'll be looking into those. So
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu. Next, we have the third pillar of the meeting. Who is going to keep a complete eye on how many times I said I? May I please call upon the counter for today? She works as a technical project manager at yellow.ai. She loves to travel world and experience new culture, meet new people. I am sure she's going to be happy today because we have people from all the cultures here. Over to you, Toastmaster Surbi, to explain your role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pragya. It is definitely, wonderful, and it literally goes by my introduction. And I'm so happy to see people from all walks of life, all ages, and such a great diversity here. And it's an exuberant audience that we have here, and really, really very happy to see and take this role of our counter today. So as our counter today, the purpose of the role is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for some filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker uses these expressions. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Surbi. And as I said, there are 4 strong, powerful pillars which are going to take this meeting to the next level. I will be your 4th pillar, who will be coming towards the end of the meeting with 3 surprise members who give the concrete to this meeting. And I will be letting you know my views on how the meeting went well and what all can be done wonderful in the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Pragya. Thank you so much. Now, do you all notice? From the beginning till now, whoever who have spoken are females. But let me tell you one secret. When Rafsi Smedley founded Toastmasters, it was only males in his club. Females came after Rafsi Smetley left this world. Do you know in which year? 1973. And who brought the first female? Who is the first female who came? Anyone? Who can tell me? Who was the first female who joined Toastmasters? Helen Blanket.
Helen Beck.
Yes. And now we shall give a chance to the male to speak. And I'm sure all of you here, 47 of us here, are gathered today specially to listen to this special speaker who is going to share with us the education session. He is a DTM, not one time, not two times, but 3 times. He is such a resourceful person that he has published over 260 videos in YouTube. And today, I wouldn't be surprised that this video will be on YouTube too. He is going to share with us the table topics, scary no more. He's going to share with us techniques, tricks to make life easier with table topics. I'm sure he has his P's. What are the P's? Let him share with you. Let's welcome DTM Brahma Kumar to share with us on table topics. Scary no more. Table topics. DTM Brahma Kumar. Over to you.
Can you see me and can you hear me? Can you show a thumbs up? Am I loud enough? Thank you. Now, I have a fear of people who hide behind the video camera. So it'd be good if you can turn on your video camera. What is fear? According to Zig Ziglar, it is false evidence appearing real. Once you know that, only way to fight fear is with fear, which means face everything and rise. Face everything and rise. For table topics, there are 5 elements. First of all, listen to the topic. Next, confirm what's the topic, except in a contest where you're not allowed to pause. Give yourself about 15 to 30 seconds. Think of a quotation, recollect your thoughts, and then speak. End it, because this is not a soap opera, it's not a TV serial. The first technique is the most common technique that you can also use for your speeches. It's known as the Oreo. O stands for opinion, R for reason, E for example, and O for opinion. How does it work? Let's look at this topic. Examinations should be removed. First, I take my viewpoint. Yes, I agree. Examination should be removed. Why? So the reason comes in. It should be removed because it puts a lot of strain and stress on students. For example, every year, students are competing to be the top in the class or the top in the school. And as a result, they become selfish, self-centered, they don't share resources. The purpose of education is sometimes even lost. Therefore, examinations should be removed. So this is my first point, and you could see I gave a reason, an example, and then I came back to my opinion. So you got the technique. Now, in my educational session, I always call the audience to participate. I like them to be included in it. So could I have a volunteer first? The good news is you can volunteer the next person.
Kumar.
ETM Kumar, is it?
Yes.
Yes, I can't see you. All right. Yes, a minute.
Thank you. What's your question?
Could I have the timer to share the timing sequence? This is timing sequence. After 1 minute, the green light will be shown. After 1 minute, 30 seconds, the yellow. In 2 minutes, red. And then it goes on. Right? TM Kumar. And for the rest of you, if you think you're too small to make a difference, try sleeping next to a mosquito. Point is, all of us make a difference. The topic to you, DTM Kumar, is today's movies are inculcating wrong values. Today's movies are inculcating wrong values. Once you're ready, you can start.
Talking of movies is a matter of opinion. I believe there are good movies which calculate good behavior and good morals, and there are bad ones. It all depends on which side of the you are looking at. Okay, yeah. Sorry, yeah, I'll continue later. I'm in the meeting.
Thanks. Nice to call Toastmaster Poonam.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Sir, just I need to ask you one thing. You started with the Oreo full form.
Take it.
Oreo full form, you started with the slide. I just missed it.
Oh, we're talking about the technique known as Oreo, where you share an opinion, give a reason, an example, and then come back to your opinion. The example was examinations should be abolished. And I gave the reason, example, and then I came back to the point again. So that's the technique we're using for these topics. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your topic before I flash it is Asians are losing their identity. Asians are losing their identity.
Asians.
Yes, I put it in the chat.
Okay.
Once you're ready, you can start.
According to me, today, Asians have not lost their identity. Why do I say so? You must be wondering. If I just take a part of the Asia, we Indians, speaking of, we are growing with leaps and bounds and conquering the world. Just a small example, if I say, just now we celebrated International Yoga Day. International itself says that yes, we have made a place in the world map, and yoga is something which is of Indian origin. So, how can we say that Asians are losing their mark? That's the reason today the world is in our hand. It's just the matter of focus which we need to make to place ourselves and make a difference in our lives and the community at large. I have many examples, many names to take. The list will go on. Always make a difference about yourself. Just now, attending this very meet, I am so happy and blessed that being an Asian today, I made a difference in my life. I have learned something new, which I am going to pass on to generations. So, what do you think, Toastmaster BTN?
Thank you. The next technique I'm going to talk about and share with you is known as contrast. And I hope someone would speak with exuberance on this topic. Now look at the oranges and apples. Look at the similarities, look at the differences. Similarities, they are fruits, they are edible fruits. And they are found in many countries. So these are the similarities. What are the differences? Oranges are grown in tropical regions, apples in moderate to subtropical regions. Oranges have thick skin, like some people, and apples have thin skin. Oranges came to Europe from India, whereas apples are supposed to have come from. We could see how I'm sharing the similarities and the differences. In the same way, if you could do that, then you have more scope to speak also. I would like someone from Malaysia. How about guest Toastmaster Liu?
Sure, thank you, Table Topic Master.
Your topic is, I would rather be a man than a woman for a year. I would rather be a man than a woman for a year.
Wow, I thought it's going to be on exuberance. But anyway, I've said the grammatical word, exuberance. And as a man, I will speak with exuberance about women. Why? Because I think I appreciate my mother than anybody else in this world, because I've only got one mother. I think as a child, she gave me the training. It wasn't easy. To her, I was a mistake. I had 3 brothers, and she hoped that I would be a girl. So as I grew up, she trained me to be a girl. I had to wash dishes, I had to clean the floor, mop the floor, not only my own room, but my siblings and the household as well. So all these things attribute to I think it's a refinement. So I'm a person who becomes very independent. Not only can I do work in exuberance, being a person, a male species, I can also empathize with the work and with the pleasure of being a lady, because when the husband goes to war, I don't have to die so easily, right? And when the husband go and work for money to upkeep the house, I can enjoy leisurely at home. So there are many things that I can do as a woman. I have children to take care of, and that's a very lovely thing, because I'm bringing up a new citizen for the benefit of the state, so that we can have a better environment as we move on to the next century. So in all, I would think that actually having the duality of the male and the female, of course, there are different ways of seeing that. But if one can empathize as a woman while being a man, that would certainly make a man a better man. So with that, I hand it back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you. From Malaysia, let's move to Singapore. Toastmaster Joseph, do you like to try the topic? I'm sure you would speak very exuberantly on it. Show me a thumbs up, because I can't hear you. Toastmaster Joseph. Apparently, it's not there. How about Alicia? Alicia, are you there? From Australia. Seems like some people are making only cameo appearances. All right. Let's go to our own club. Let's ask our immediate past president, Toastmaster Joseph. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, Brahmakumar. Tell me.
So your topic is I would rather be a follower than a leader. I would rather be a follower than a leader.
The scripture says, don't serve as a leader, but serve as a follower. To identify a leader, you should be a follower. You should not be a leader. You will not be identified because you will be the role model. That's what the scripture said. If you want to be a leader, you start kneel down and serve your master. That is where you are recognized as you are a leader. Having said that, you can always give your opinion, advice, all sorts of your experience to your team and guide them whenever they want it, because to reach a certain goal, you need to have advice from your team leader. And the team leader at the same time, he will not sit on a chair and start delegating the works. On the other hand, he will have to share the work with the teamwork people and be with them all the time so that you are a role model for them. So that is what a leader should do, not simply dictating what to do. Thereby, you have what is known as a team spirit you develop with your people, and so that they will definitely follow you in all your ways and even help you to achieve the goal as being a leader. So you have to depend upon your people. In order to do that, you come down to as a server rather than a leader. Over to you.
Thank you. Could I request Toastmaster Linda? Linda, are you there? Linda Neo from Singapore.
Yes, I'm here. Can I just unmute and not video myself?
Yeah, sure. And can I call Toastmaster Umar Farooq? Umar Farooq, are you there? How about Rajiv? Toastmaster Rajiv, are you there?
Hello, am I audible?
Toastmaster Rajiv, are you there?
Am I audible? Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Can
are you
hear
there?
me? Yes.
All right. So the next topic is going to be a debate. Let me share with you the technique first. It's known as the pendulum. As you know, a pendulum moves to the right and moves to the left, to and fro. So when you have a topic, you speak on the pros, the merits, you agree with the topic, and then you disagree, speak on the demerits and the cons of the topic. So what we are going to do is we are going to have a mini debate here. So I need the Zoom master to spotlight both Linda Neo and Toastmaster Rajiv. Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I think Linda, you have to turn on your video for me to spotlight you. But I think Linda had issues with turning on her video. So maybe what I can probably do is I can remove the spotlight from all of you and all of you will be visible.
All right. Once you're there, and may I know who's the timer? Okay, timer, I need your help. Where after the first speaker has spoken for 1 minute, you need to say switch. So the moment it says green, say switch. And then Rajiv will counter the argument before. And when it turns to yellow, go back to Linda again. Distinguished Toastmaster Linda and Toastmaster Rajiv, are both of you ready?
Yeah.
And your topic Linda, you will be speaking first. I would like to just give a disclaimer that I'm not against man or woman. This is just for the sake of Toastmasters. So the topic is housewives should be paid a salary. So Linda will say yes, and Rajiv will say no. So we as the audience have to judge who spoke better. All right, over to you, Linda. Housewives should be paid a salary. After 1 minute, there will be a switch, and Rajiv will counter your viewpoints. Over to you.
Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters. Yes, indeed. Housewives can be given a salary because we do. I mean, when we marry a man, sometimes we say we will serve him for life. So we do everything. But sometimes, I think, or oftentimes, they take things for granted. So a lot of things they don't, they don't put in the effort, or they just assume that the wife will pick up after them, by leaving their clothes. We will automatically take the clothes to the washing machine to wash, and as days goes by, it becomes like it's a job of the housewife. So if we are paid, maybe when the money comes up from the pocket, they feel the pinch, right? So maybe I can say, okay, if I need to wash your clothes today, I need to charge you $50. So every day, if he's giving me $50, he will say, oh, then I better put so much clothes.
Which? Now, Rajiv, over to you.
Comes both ways. Does it mean that getting the money, you will be happy? No. Then comes another requirement. Every person in this world is not satisfied with this paper cash. We all have our own needs and our own requirements. So efforts is what we need. And what housewives really crave for is not that money, is not that complaint. They do only complain because they are not getting the attention.
Switch. Okay, now, Linda, you have 30 seconds to round off your speech. I'll say switch this time. Start.
I'm happy to have the money. I'm not using the money for myself. I can use the money for the family. I can use the money. I mean, the housewife is also the planner in the house. You can save the money for the children's education, for a vacation. If I don't keep the money, I think maybe the husband will spend it somewhere else, or he may not plan as properly as a wife. I think you do know that women are a bit more meticulous when it comes to spending. Is that all? Thank you.
Switch. Rajiv, you have 30 seconds to round off your argument.
Why should we keep on paying for someone and just consider it as a labor, rather than considering it as a labor, rather than build a bond of love? Can we just make sure housewives and house people are made to running a home? So money is not just a thing. It's all about building the compassion and love and making it.
That was quite an interesting debate. Toastmaster Subi, do we have time for another topic?
Yes, you can go ahead, Prama.
How many more topics can I give?
Maybe 2. Yeah.
It'll be 1, but it'll be another debate. All right? I need someone to take over the timer. Can someone take over the timer?
DTM Brahma, I can do that.
All right, Adash, you can be the timer for this timer. And do I have our wonderful Deepa Sampath? Are you there? Toastmaster Deepa?
You can take.
I can't seem to find her. How about our good friend here, Noor Mohammed?
Yes.
Mohammed, Toastmaster, you are from Saudi Arabia, right? Am I correct? You there? We can't hear you. You're muted. We can't hear you. Never mind. We'll Toastmaster Subi and Toastmaster Rohit. Right? Both of you. As you know, I always like to give opportunity to women first. So Toastmaster Subi will speak first.
Okay.
The topic is books are better than movies. Books are better than movies.
DTM Brahma, just 1 minute. I have a question. So I'm supposed to raise I think it's 1 minute each for the speaker, I believe, right?
Yes.
All right, it's 1 minute each for the speaker, and they'll have the opportunity of countering each other.
1 minute each, and then another 30 seconds to round off their speech.
Sure, sounds good. All right.
All right. Toastmaster Subi, are you ready?
Yes, Toastmaster.
Topic is on the chat. Books are better than movies.
Okay. So books are better than movies. Books written by different authors of different genres, depending on your needs, whatever you want to learn, you have a variety of books. Books are something a human can read without uh, neglecting the views of author. Although it's a human perspective, what they take away, but a book can be a best friend or best read if you give a best read to a book and implement what you read. So that is a best thing a human can do. While aren't movies can also be a big good takeaway, but uh, they show a perspective of a director. Maybe you like or you don't like, but most of the things you can't implement in your life. Yeah, over to you.
Is it Rohit?
Okay. Movies, books are better than movies. I don't agree with that. There are some reasons for not agreeing to it. One, reading a book can take a lot of time, while watching a movie can be done in 2 to 3 hours. So you can get the gist of a book by a movie with very conveniently and within a short time. Second, visual appearance. We all know that our mind is tuned to visuals rather than text. So whatever we visualize, we can visualize and we can see the things directly on the screens that sticks to our brain for a longer time. We may forget the things that we read in the book, but the capacity to retain a visual in the brain is much longer. So our learning capacity also increases with the movies. The third one, well, reading a book may not be very enthusiastic for everyone. However, watching a movie,
Toastmaster,
visualizing
your
the
past
thing.
time. It's over a minute.
Speech to Subi to conclude her speech.
So the movies are
No, you have
very
to
much better than books.
Shall I go?
Yes.
Okay. So your point was to visualize. Reading a book depends on your imagination, how you can visualize the written notes in it, written thoughts of the author in it. So you can visualize those imaginations. Depending on the time, you said that it will take 3 hours. Generally, movie goes for 3 hours. So it takes 3 hours. You book a movie, you go, you travel. Travel time also includes while you watch a movie. Even if you watch movie by sitting at home, it will more or less take 4 hours. So reading a book can also help in understanding what author wants to say, and it helps your mind to relax even. So you can't bet on that point that it is time wasting thing. Over to you. Lydia.
Okay. First of all, I never mentioned that it is a time wasting material to read a book. However, I just said it takes more time to read a book rather than watching a movie. Second, it's not necessary to travel and watch a movie. However, traveling is not bad always. Traveling gives you another experience. Whenever you go and watch a movie, you don't just you communicate with the people. You while making a booking for a movie,
you learn how to use internet. So there are lots of other learning as well that cannot be done during reading the book. So going and watching the movie itself gives you a lot of other skills as well. Also,
Time's
the
up.
excitement. Thank you.
Time's up. Thank you all Toastmasters who took on the stage and guests for the table topics. Audience, I'm sure you saw a very exuberant session. If yes, please give a thumbs up, virtual or otherwise. To sum up, we shared 5 elements of a table topic, then moved on to three techniques. One was the Oreo, the most common technique that is used. Next was compare and contrast, and finally the pendulum. The point you need to take back is that if you can use the compare and contrast in every of your speech, you have more content to speak. Similarly, if you use the pendulum, you can speak more, you can speak for more than 2 minutes. And with that, thank all of you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening. There's our exuberant
Yes, thank
Toastmaster
you
of the
so
evening.
much. And now we move on to the question and answer session where so Toastmaster Sonudria is going to manage the question and answer session, and Toastmaster Brahma, please stay on stage for you to answer the questions. Thank you.
You can put the question in the chat. The moderator will look at it and then speak it. Any questions you want to ask about the table topic contest or how to approach a table topics?
I think you can go ahead, Brahma, and talk about how to approach the tabletop topic contests and your experience as such. There's a person called Uday who's raised his hand. So, Uday, you can ask.
Any special tips for table topic contest where many people will speak on the same topic? It's actually quite tricky in a contest. What you need to tell yourself before that, number one, prepare. You know their techniques, prepare. Number two, avoid going this common path. If someone is talking about challenges and situations, most likely they will bring in the COVID-19. Imagine you talk about COVID-19 and the speaker after you talk about COVID-19. Both of you will be knocked out. The third person who comes in and doesn't talk about COVID-19 has an advantage. Another approach, which our general evaluator is more experienced than me because she has taken part in contests at district level, is to go against the topic. You have a better chance of winning when you go against the flow of the water. However, you need to handle it very carefully. Another tip is do a Google search or go to the library and get a collection of quotations. In fact, there are 3 things that every Toastmaster should do. Number one, have a collection of Toastmaster quotes on many topics, as many as possible. Funnier, the wittier, the better. For example, if someone comes to the topic, I'm not sure if it will appear in the Toastmaster. If someone says, we should allow everyone to have 2 husbands or 2 wives. Let's say that is a topic. Just for the sake of humor, I'm saying it. Immediately, I will say, I'm against this topic because it's, as Mark Twain said, no man can serve 2 masters. No man can serve 2 masters. It applies to women also. So you see, immediately the audience laughs, I get their attention, and then I can go on. Quotations are important. Number 2, keep a small notebook with you, if possible, or you can use your iPad, smartphone. Whenever you have any ideas, any thoughts, write it down, keep it somewhere. It will be useful. You could have heard something today which you think is useful. Write it down, keep it Someday, sometime when you're least expected and someone calls you, you can speak on it. And the third one is, of course, practice, practice, and practice. Go to as many clubs that are not your home club. Visit unfamiliar territory. Example, you see our Malaysian friends came to India now. They get exposed to the Indian situation. Likewise, you go to other countries. If you're going to physical meetings, go to different locations because some locations have a round table. Some have an auditorium. So when you get used to speaking in front of different audience, different venues, your confidence level goes up. A final tip that you can do if you're daring enough, and I'm saying daring enough because it means taking a lot of effort to be at the firing spot. If you make a video and you post it on YouTube, on table topics alone, people who watch it will either like it or have comments that you may not want to hear. But it takes a lot of guts to do it. Just do it. Because you are there to improve yourself. Remember the Toastmasters promise. You told yourself you joined Toastmasters because you want to improve your public speaking. If you are not going to put your feet in front and speak on table topics, then your chances of improving is very slim. Any other question?
Yes, we have another question from Joseph Tan.
A long question, is it? What happens if the topic is long and doesn't understand it? How do you tackle it? The best way to break it into pieces and handle it. But because it's in a contest, you are not the only one who's having that challenge. Others are also having a challenge. So you may want to practice quotations. Some quotations are very long. Never trouble troubles you, trouble troubles you. It's a tongue twister and it's also quite a tricky one. Take the topic, take the keyword. What are the keywords in that? Trouble. So what does it mean to trouble? Capture on that and speak on it. And if possible, go against it. So you have advantage. Nothing is equivalent to practice. If I'm being recognized today to give a workshop, it's because I've put in a lot of effort and I've visited many clubs, many places. Sometimes I also have made a fool of myself, but it's about improving ourselves. Our critics are the best people to make us better. When someone tells you something that you don't want to hear about yourself, next time think back, sit back and think back and ask, was there some element of truth in it? It could be there, and then you can improve. So even when you are given evaluation by speakers and you don't agree with it, take a step back and ask yourself, what if they were right? That means I need to improve. Any other questions?
No questions in the chat, but Udaya had a question.
Yeah, you can ask live.
Yes, I have a question regarding audience engagement. How to connect with audience when you speak. You can talk
Three ways
about
to
the
connect with
story,
the audience. To
but how
connect
you
with the
can
audience, start with a joke. You say, oh, my joke about the mosquito, right? If you think you are insignificant, try sleeping next to a mosquito. That brings in the audience. Number two, you must be an exuberant person. You must be smiling, animated, alive. Because the world mirrors what we do. If I am positive, I laugh and I joke, others will find me more approachable. And also, you need to do some research on the audience. If you're going to a global arena, if you're coming from India and you're going to another country, Australia, America, or even Malaysia or Singapore, you need to understand their culture a bit, and then you can find common grounds to joke about. For example, in Malaysia and Singapore, there's a food called rojak, which is a mixture of certain kinds of dishes. So you can, use that word, I didn't know that your culture here is also like rojak, mixture. The best of everything is there. So the audience will laugh and they will connect. Another way of rojak is like our concept of India, unity in diversity, right?
Thank you, DT. Thank you so much.
Any other questions? Any questions from our Malaysian Toastmaster Liu?
No, you've done it with exuberance today. Congratulations.
How about Joseph? Joseph, you are a trainer now. You got anything to ask or add on?
No, I love your workshop. That's why I came in.
Thank you.
Because I saw your poster.
Thank you. Rajiv, you got anything to add? Anything to ask? Rajiv is quite an experienced Toastmaster in terms of evaluation and evaluating table topics. If no other question, I hand you back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you for attending today. I hope more of you will visit Speech Weavers. This is where speeches are weaved and speakers are made, who eventually become leaders.
Thank you so much for the exuberance session, Brahma Kumar DTM. And now I would like to call upon Nazneen to give the cert of appreciation to our DTM Brahma Kumar. Can we spotlight both Nazneen and Brahma Kumar?
Adarsh, you can spotlight the certificate. On behalf of Speech Weavers Toastmasters Club and the Toastmasters fraternity as globally, I thank to DTM Brahma Kumar for that exuberant session that we have had, and we have started the meeting of this term with a kick-ass meeting, I would say. Yes, it is really nice to see all of you filled with energy. And when Brahma Kumar is there on stage, who better than him to actually make us feel proud? I'll just kindly spotlight the appreciation and congratulations certificate with Brahma Kumar, sir. It's all because of his thing that we are growing as a, and he's also the member of Speech Weavers. Thank you so much. Can we have Brahma Kumar, sir, being spotlighted with the certificate? Others? Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Just give me a minute, Nazneen. Yeah, we're done.
Thank you so much for that. I'm sure that all of us have benefited from this session. Don't worry, we've got more to come. And now I hand over the virtual stage. First, let us all applaud each person who had dared to actually come up with Brahma's questions and took up the stage. Can we have a round of applause for each and every person present in the meeting? We Toastmasters are used to clapping. Believe it, all the points will be there for you, and definitely we'll move forward, and I hand over the stage to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Nazneen. And now is our time to go through the project speech. Today, we have one project speaker who is Toastmaster Manasa, and Manasa will be doing her project from the Leadership Development Project 2, Level 2, Understanding Your Leadership Styles. Before I call upon the speaker, I would like to call upon the evaluator, who is Toastmaster Soundaraya, to read the purpose statement to Toastmaster Manasa.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Harpreet Kaur. Good evening, everyone. I'll be evaluating our speaker's speech, Toastmaster Manasa, speech titled Leader in Me. Timer, please note the speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of this project is for the member to identify her primary leadership style and also to share some aspect of her primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. I wish Toastmaster Manasa an exuberant speech. All the best to you, Toastmaster Manasa. Over to you, Harpreet.
Thank you so much. And now let's welcome Toastmaster Manasha, leader in me, Toastmaster Manasa.
True leaders always practice 3 R's: respect for self, respect for others, responsibility for their actions. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning to Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. A warm welcome to one and all. Who all are leaders in this room? Okay, well, each one of us possesses the qualities of a leader. But we become leaders when one identifies them and brings those qualities into action. I found a leader in me first time when I was associated with more than 100 members and I was supposed to steer the ship. It was our college technical and cultural fest, Daksha 2K22. I was one of the main coordinator for our department of computer science and also the main lead for media and publicity department for the overall fest. As the media and publicity department lead, I had to prepare a souvenir and it was inaugurated by the chief guest on the second day of the fest. During the fest, daily we used to collect all the photos of the event and along with them we wrote few articles regarding the fest to publish in the local newspapers. Overall, the fest was a grand success. We had more than 114 colleges who attended the fest. By organizing this fest, I found 4 different styles of leadership in me. The first one is democratic, where the leaders gives occasionally others the chance to lead and excel in their path. During the event, we were supposed to have volunteers or coordinators to conduct all the activities in the department. So we listed out all the interested students and assigned them to all the activities, which are being organized by interviewing them. After assigning them, we just gave them the theme and asked them to call a shot and conduct the activity. Second one was affiliative, where the leader's objective is to create a cohesive unit by emphasizing teamwork and harmony. We used to organize meetings with all the volunteers to make sure each and every team is comfortable with their team members or had any issues. We got 2 to 3 teams where people wouldn't turn up always and it would burden the others in the team. So we had to replace them so that it would make easy for the others. Third one was coaching, where the leaders concentrate on preparing individuals for the future by building skills. In each team, we had 2 members from the third year and 2 members from the second year, so that it helps the juniors who are in second year easy to conduct the fest next year when it is their time to lead and organize everything. We added equal amount of juniors from second year and also a few from the first year in all the activities, even campaigning and sponsorship, so that they get to learn from their seniors how to approach and work effectively. The fourth and the last one was illustrative, where the leaders use personalized approaches to meet the individualized needs of the team. We had divided all the teams among our main coordinators and we personally interacted with our teams and made sure their all requirements were met. Also made sure that they got their attendance while they were working for the fest, as attendance is one of the important criteria in Bachelor of Technologies, and also the logistics which are required for their activity. Democratic, affiliative, coaching, and illustrative are the different leadership styles for me. Each one would possess at least one type of leader in them who would just come out when the situation arises. I just observe leaders just depend upon the situation we are in and awakens the different qualities you possess. Being a person who led taught me how to deal with different people and different ways to approach and gather information and people together. So, to end, leadership is not an expertise. Leadership is a constant learning process, and I am learning to be a good leader. Thank you, and back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Manasa. I was really impressed with your speech and knowing your leadership styles, sharing your experiences. Wow, that was really awesome. And now we shall move on to the second section of the Toastmasters meeting, which is the table topics session. And today, our table topic master will be Toastmaster Richa. And Toastmaster Richa, she is a software engineer, and she is here among us today, particularly because she wants to improve her public speaking and her presentation skills. So let's welcome Toastmaster Richa to take us through the table topics session for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harpreet, for wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Richa Sharma, and I am the table topic master for today's Toastmaster meeting. Table topic session is a segment of Toastmasters meeting where we practice impromptu speaking. Impromptu speaking refers to the ability to deliver a speech or express your thoughts on a given topic without any prior preparation or rehearsal, also called on-the-spot speaking. It tests your ability to think on your feet, organize your ideas quickly, and communicate them effectively in a coherent and structured manner. Before I start with a table topic session, just a small suggestion which can be helpful for you. Once a topic has been assigned to you, just take time for a few seconds to organize or collect your thoughts, which could be helpful for your speech. So let's start with the table topics, and who would like to volunteer for our first table topic? Anyone from guest?
Someone who's not got a chance to speak can. Yeah, I think Adarsh.
Hi,
yeah,
Adarsh. Thanks for volunteering for first table topics session. So the topic for you is, what does the word goal mean for you, and why is goal setting important in anyone's life? Over to you, Adarsh.
Thank you. Is there a word of the day? Okay, please.
Exuberant.
Okay. Goal for me, indeed, it is a very, very, very important aspect that everyone should have focus on. During my initial days of life, my parents, they were always emphasizing on others, you need to focus on your goals, your goals, your goals. However, I never focused on it. The only time, I'm being honest here, the only time that I focused on my goals was after joining Toastmasters. So after first 3 months of Toastmasters, I became addicted to Toastmasters. I started attending it
very often. Sometimes even, okay, yesterday also I had meetings at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. It became an addiction to me. Later, until December 2022, I was just giving one speech a month. Later, I put forward a goal that I need to complete my parts as soon as possible and within this much time, within 2 or 3 months. And because I put on that goal and followed it strictly, I was able to complete all 11 parts within 184 days. If I did not have a plan or goal in mind and I became and sat like a lazy person, expecting others to come and guide me, I would have been sitting there without any progress. So, dears, goals, it is always for your good. Goal means progress, never the negative side. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adarsh, for sharing our wonderful journey with us. Next table topic, who would like to volunteer?
I can try, Richard.
Okay. Thank you, Suresh. Suresh, your table topic is, can you share an experience where you or someone you know set a significant goal later in life, and what lessons did you learn from it?
Fellow Toastmasters and guests. So I got a very interesting topic in terms of talking about a person who has set the goal very late in the life, and what are the lessons I can to learn from him. So there are a lot of people I can relate to, and we get a lot of learnings from each of these people, right? If you take Thomas Alva Edison, so he has failed several times, right? So yeah, I think he has failed on 10,000 times when he is doing that experiment. So every time when he failed, he took that failures as a kind of opportunity to learn and opportunity to improvise. So by learning from the failures, finally he could able to invent whatever he could able to do it, right? So failure is a stepping stone for success. And the likewise, the founder of KFC Chicken, he founded that industry in the age of I think 63, right? So there are a lot of leaders or available and who set the stage for us in terms of you can start anything at any point of time, right? Say for example, I started my journey on Agile a year before, right? So age is not a criteria, and it's all the opportunity, whatever it is available in front of you, just grab it and keep moving. And Toastmasters is the classic foundation to improvise your speaking skills. Back to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you, Suresh, for sharing that experiment story and that KFC example, for realizing us that there is no age for setting any goal in our life. For our next table topic, I would like to have two people. It is a debate topic. So one should be in agree and other should be in disagree. Who would like to volunteer for our next table topic? Anybody who did not get chance to speak?
I think you can go with Akshata, and even Uday has raised his hand.
Hi, I also raised hand. Good evening, all.
Yeah.
So
you can go in with.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you can go with one. Sing. Yes.
Okay, so Uday, probably you can move into agree. You can go in agree side, and Akshata, you can go in disagree side. So here is your topic. Is it necessary to set deadlines for achieving goals? Is it necessary to set deadlines for achieving goals? Over to you, Uday and Akshita.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Deadlines is very essential in achieving goals. I recently joined Toastmasters a year ago, and there is a deadline every week to organize the meeting roles. So it is a really pressure every week to find the role takers and organize a meeting. And it is very challenging. This deadline pressure of every week's meeting helps me to organize the pressure, and it makes me feel very relaxed how to multitask an activity. So I said it is very necessary to set the deadline so that you make it a practice. So deadlines in the way that it is very routine, like going to gym, keep it as a deadline at least 3 days a week. So making that, getting to that circuit, and you become regularize your goals in achievement. Like fitness is essential in your life, and you need to set that deadline. 3 days a week, I need to go to gym. Meditation 3 days a week. So you should have that certain deadlines that will help you get into that circuit and makes you good. Over to you, topic master.
Over to you, Akshita.
Yeah, so when it comes to deadlines, one problem which we face is too much of pressure and stress. And I think it creates unnecessary tension. This is what I feel. And also, if we talk about, like, for example, if we talk about New Year's resolution, sometimes people fail so that would be. That is something like giving up or up upon our dreams or something like that happens. So I think uh, deadlines can be an unnecessary tension added to it. So one or two deadline is fine, but keeping too much of deadlines is really not necessary. Thank you.
Okay, for the conclusion, I would like to call up Uday.
No, okay.
Okay. Closing thoughts. Deadline create a lot of pressure, but managing the pressure makes you unique in the whatever role you play in a company. Like we have a deadline to launch a product because it is a very necessity. For example, COVID, it has a deadline. We need to launch the vaccination as soon as possible. So in spite of the pressure, government work towards the deadline and launching the vaccine because it causes lot of chaos. Many people lost their job. So deadline is very essential and critical situations, and helps you to make you very different and unique, and gives you a better edge over the other people in the competitive world.
Thank you, Uday. For conclusion, Akshita, over to you.
Yeah, so but when it comes to a lot of pressure, what if the deadline fails or something happens, and due to that stress, if if that stress to achieve is too much, and then deadline fails, and it'll be a lot of trouble, right? So this is my point of view.
Thank you, Uday and Akshita, for your thoughts on uh, is it necessary to set deadlines for achieving goals? I can see Noor Mohammed, you have raised your hand for next table topic. Okay, thank you. So here is your topic. Imagine that you are in your 60s or 70s. You are fitness freak and wanted to have 6 abs. How would you go for it? I will rephrase the question. Imagine that you are in your 60s or your 70s. Now you are a fitness freak and wanted to have 6 abs. How would you go for it? Over to you, Noor Mohammed.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Have a good day to you all. Do you think that I am a fitness freak? Anybody who looks at me, who do you think? How many of you think that I'm a fitness freak? I have my cup of coffee, I have snacks here, and I'm eating all the time. I don't do fitness. I just do walking. And if at 60 years I become a fitness freak by some magic, all right, now I think I want six pack. What I'll do is I'll go to the supermarket, buy a six-pack sticker, and put it on my stomach. And then I look in the mirror and I say, I got six packs. Right? But jokes aside, what I would do definitely is to consider my age. Because at 70, your bones are brittle. So what I do is I would take a lot of calcium. I will try to see if there are any methods in which at that age I can achieve good health. My dear friends, you cannot undermine the importance of health, whether it be six packs or whether you have a healthy diet so that you live healthy, you're able to think properly, and you're able to perform your duties properly. At 60 or 70, I would really love to be able to do my things without depending on others. Right? And I would do whatever necessary to keep my health. To summarize, never undermine your health. Whatever it is, take care of your health. How much ever you eat snacks, how much ever you eat pakoda, go for a walk. Right? Over to you, Table Talks Master.
Thank you so much, Noor Mohammed, for sharing your wonderful thoughts with us. And yeah, it is really very important to take care of our health because health is wealth. Who would like to volunteer for us?
Richa, I think we can close the table topics.
Okay, okay. I
For
think
time. Yes.
Okay, thank you everyone for this wonderful table topic session. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Richa, for all the thought-provoking questions. And now comes to the third section of the meeting, which is the evaluation section. And for this, I shall pass the floor to our general evaluator, Pragya. Thank you. Pragya, the stage is yours. Is Toastmaster Pragya here? Is the general evaluator here?
Can I start with the timer report if she's not here?
I don't think Toastmaster Pragya is there in the room. I think she must have probably dropped off.
Okay, okay. Yes, Shubhi, go ahead.
Okay. So basically we have two table topic session. One is a workshop and another as normal table topic session. So in first session, most of the people covered in the time limits, that is in the 2 minutes. I'll be putting up all the times. Toastmaster Poonam has took 2 minutes. Toastmaster Liu has taken 1 minute 59 seconds. Toastmaster Joseph Tan took 2 minutes. Miss Linda and Rajiv, they took 2 minutes and 30 seconds for the debate. Next, for the Toastmasters table topic session, Toastmaster Adarsh took 2 minutes. Then guest Suresh took 2 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Udaya took 2 minutes 10 seconds. Akshata took 1 minute 10 seconds. Noor Mohammed took 2 minutes 15 seconds. And coming to the speech, Toastmaster Manasa, she took 5 minutes 15 seconds. So this is the report.
And the counter can give the report.
I think we are supposed to have the evaluator, right? Evaluator for Manasa's speech.
Yes. Soundarya, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
Yeah. And we have the evaluation.
Yeah, sure. Toastmaster Manasa, can you please ping Toastmaster Manasa?
Yeah.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Once again, Toastmaster Manasa, congratulations on attempting your leadership style speech. And the first opening quote was really captivating. True leaders always practice 3 R's: respect for self, respect for others, responsibility for other actions. So that was captivating. And then you went on to speak about the leadership. What is a leader? And are there leaders in this room? Again, that was attention catch for everyone. Good job on that. It was a well-organized speech and about the aspects of leadership style and you connected with your anecdotes, your personal experiences, and you went on to explain the 4 primary leadership styles. So good on that. Also, there was a strong takeaway at the end of your speech where you said that leaders act on situations. Though there are these primary leadership styles, but a good leader always act on the situations. And leadership is not an expertise, but it comes by practice. And also, one can become a better leader through constant learning journey. So these are all the few positive aspects of your speech. Now, moving on to what you can improve in your speech further. During your opening quote, true leaders always practice 3 R's. I would have loved when you have used your voice modulation there a little. Also, a few of your hand gestures, like for example, true leaders always practice 3 R's. Respect for self, respect for others, responsibility for others' actions. Okay, so this is something that I would have loved, because opening is always something, it's not just you're captivating the audience physically, but also mentally, right? So you have to connect with them in all these aspects. And I would also loved when you have connected to the audience to your eye contact. I just felt like at sometimes you are reading it out. You're looking at your screen and you're reading. It's okay to read, but it should not be like you're looking at the screen for a very long time. So I just felt that. And also your body language, like I said, simple hand gestures while you are delivering your speech. So when you introduce the 4 types, you could have told the first is democratic. So you can use the stage like this, from the left to the right: democratic and affiliative. The third one, coaching, and the 4th one is autocratic. This might make you an exemplary leader. Yeah, your speech, it will be an effective one while you're delivering the speech. And the 4th one was your speech was great, but I felt like you have to practice your speech, because I felt like you were not comfortable. Your voice clarity was good, but voice modulation wasn't there. And also you stopped at the 5th minute, so you could have used that extra 2 minutes, because it was 5 to 7 minutes, to give your own personal style. Like, what is your natural tendency of style? You could have mentioned that. And what is that you're developing in the recent times? Yeah, that was a missing element. Overall, a very good speech. My other challenge that I would suggest is you to relook into your speech, incorporate these elements, and then redo your speech. Otherwise, it is too good. Thank you so much. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think our counter report, because of the paucity of time, our counter report and grammarian report will be shared with everyone. I'm sure everybody's got other meetings to attend. We will not cut short. Since this is the first meeting, we have given the liberty to everyone to speak and have stage presence. So I would now request the team mode to, I will hand over the baton to the team.
Thank you. And now I shall call upon Nazdeen to give us the closing remarks.
Thank you so much all. First, I would like to appreciate everyone who has attended the meeting, taken out time, and my ExCom and members who have actually
maybe some network issue at Nazneen ma'am's place, I think.
Yeah, I think we lost her.
Maybe you can ask for feedback from the guest until she comes back.
Yeah, or maybe the next in line, the VPE, can take over the closing then.
I thank one and all for this wonderful meeting. And we have cooperated so much and have taken part. Is dazzling effect. And we are very interesting meeting right from the beginning to the end. Thank you so much for each and every one of you. And we appreciate your presence here. And our President, Madam President Nazneen, will give the certificates for one and all as an appreciation certificate as soon as the meeting is over.
There's going to be no polls today because this is the first meeting and we like to appreciate each and every one of you and including the guests. The certificates will be sent to you personally on the guest group and also to the role takers. All of us are winners because the meeting went on. It was an exorbitant meeting. Please visit our club time and again, and definitely we will learn from you and we'll keep up to the time. Thank you so much and have a lovely weekend.
Thank you one and all, and God bless you with all your friends and you spend your time in the evening. Over. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And